The views and opinions expressed on this program are solely those of the host and guest and do not reflect the opinions or policies of the station, its owners, or its advertisers. All content should be considered editorial in nature. Listener discretion is advised.
Recorded live. Cumberland County's smartest hour of talk radio. Welcome back to another edition of The Cabinet.
And everyone, welcome and good evening. Welcome to the Carolina Cabinet. I'm your host, Peter Pappas, in studio with Mrs. Laura Mussler.
Hello, hello.
The lovely Mrs. Laura Mussler.
Oh, thank you.
As usual.
Yeah, I miss the lovely.
Yeah, I know. I can't. I knew you were going to call me out on that. So here at the Cabinet, we know this is the smartest hour of radio, and our job is to give a voice to the conservatives of Fayetteville, Cumberland County, and beyond. Even if my best friend isn't listening, he said, "What show?"
Oh,
yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh, he's totally going to get it. So anyway, so we've had a interesting week or so, diving right in. Any big news your way? I know you have a big event coming up this weekend.
Yes, we sure do. The
running for the Red Roses.
Running for the Roses.
Okay.
Yes. Oh my goodness, I forgot to call the Chamber of Commerce today.
Well, they'll be open tomorrow. They have a networking event tomorrow.
I know. I'm going to be there in the morning.
So we got to wake up early.
I got to be up extra
7:30 a.m. Fayetteville Tech on Fort Bragg Roadside. That's what is that? Continuing Ed building? What do they call that building? It's the one that faces Barbecue Hut, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Anyway, I just know where to go.
The Chamber of Commerce will have their business networking breakfast first Tuesday of every month. Got to be there 7:30 if you want to eat, because they got some good food.
They always just have pork, though.
Well, then don't be a North Carolinian.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm not a North Carolina. Well, I guess I am now.
You are real. I mean,
kind of.
You're from California originally, right?
Right.
So you're not really a Yankee or Southerner. You're just kind of.
I'm just here.
Yeah.
I'm nothing. Thank you. I appreciate that. What gosh? What
you're neither one.
Great partner.
I mean, you just. so yeah, the networking event tomorrow. Hopefully, you can give away a couple of tickets.
Yep.
So we have a lot of people signed up already. It's going to be an exciting event. You're going to be doing it at Anchor Rallies.
Yes.
But it's like fancy. Like I didn't even understand the food sounds not exotic, but I've definitely never heard of some of the food on Anchor Rally's menu.
Right. It's down. It's like imagine today on Saturday of this week coming up that you are going to the Kentucky Derby. Now I realize the Kentucky Derby is over, but we're in the middle.
Weekend.
It was just Saturday, yes.
You're kind of like the Dogwood Festival. Like you have the festival and there's no dogwoods around.
Because I'm just saying, imagine that you're going there because we still have the Belmont Stakes and the Preakness. So we're in the middle of the Triple Crown.
So there's still horse-related stuff going on.
That's correct.
Okay,
it's also the eve
enough.
of Mother's Day.
Okay.
So if you don't want to wait for hours on Mother's Day, this is a wall of red roses, a red carpet leading you in. This is like high-class, high society stuff at a discount price. I mean, come on.
For the very cheap price of $200. No.
No.
Is it $100?
Okay, so the ticket price is $100, but I'm running a midnight special between now and tomorrow at midnight. 2 tickets. If you do members pricing, I'm doing members pricing. 2 tickets for $100 only until midnight tomorrow night, because it's for the members of the Chamber of Commerce and the members of our club. 2 tickets for $100.
That is a steal, considering I already put a check on your desk for $250 for 4 tickets.
Actually, no, you didn't. You put it on for $300, but that's beside the point. Yeah.
Or whatever. See?
Anyway, yeah, I got you for an extra $100.
There you go. See,
but I mean, it includes food. It includes drink. We're going to have a band. You get one alcoholic drink or unlimited non-alcoholic
drinks.
Right.
And those are pretty fancy too. I mean, I might have to turn the pinky up when I drink some of that stuff.
I have a parasol and I have a skirt that looks just like roses. It's I'm
and
so
they get
excited.
to wear fancy floppy hats.
Yes, wear your fascinator,
AKA fascinators, which I never heard until this event.
Right.
Yes.
When
I always was beware of girls in big hats and big sunglasses. That was always kind of a caution for me.
Okay. Well, this is for the event. This isn't just.
Okay.
Yes, they're hiding a bald spot on the back of their head, but
yeah.
it's a reason to get dressed up and not have to go out and fight the crowds for Mother's Day. I mean, there are not a lot of events that are upscale for the just regular. I mean, they do their upscale things at the country clubs and they do their upscale stuff. I'm a normal person. I don't belong to a country club.
Country club folk.
That's exactly right. For like I said, for $100, where can you get an entire meal, have entertainment and fun? And you can't. Not for 2. You can't. So.
Well, do I got to wear seersucker or can I just?
Oh my gosh, the seersucker would be so great.
I don't have any of that. Now I'm gonna have.
Well, then why did you offer?
I'm not offering. I was asking.
Like, okay. Well,
what do you want the men to wear?
Like what you would wear to the Kentucky Derby, a pair of like
The last time I went to one of those things, I was my friends were in grad school, and it was nothing but a big old lots of coolers of beer, and we didn't really care what we were wearing.
Okay,
you might
well,
want to put some direction on me.
It says
I'm not a
garden
classy-
party attire, so feel free to go online and look
so I
into
got to Google it.
garden party. I helped you Google somebody's dress
Yes,
today.
you did. Yeah, not for me.
Yeah, you're not
For
wearing
my
a dress.
companion.
That's
Yes,
correct.
okay. Well, I'm excited. It's
Okay.
going to be a good weekend. And we get
Yes.
to be among friends, and I have 3 people coming.
And there's no speech. This isn't like because the Fayetteville Republican Women's Club is
It
hosting
sounds
it.
dry.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is no speeches, no elected officials. This is just let's come together and have a beautiful event and have a great time together. There's so much negativity around politics. This is let's just have some fun and laugh and joke. And if you're a Democrat, come on. If you're an independent, come on. If you're a Republican, come on. If you're a whatever, no commies. I'm just
Especially
joking.
if you're a Democrat, come on and see why we're a better choice. Like
Well,
we know how to have
I don't want
fun
to change anybody's mind today. I just want to have fun.
No, I can't fix, they should see a better way to do stuff. So I'd be almost remiss. So may the 4th be with you, Laura.
Oh, thank you. You
Are you supposed to say and also with you? I don't know. Like
no, that's church.
It sounds like church.
Yeah,
but, for once, it's a holiday. There's no legislative study committee. There's no budget. This is just nerds with calendars.
Well, we have a deadly day tomorrow.
Yeah. Do we?
Yeah. Cinco de Mayo and Taco Tuesday all on the same day.
Remember when you almost died?
No, I'm just saying Taco Tuesday and Cinco de Mayo. Holy smokes, that's like 2 major things coming together on the same day.
That's crazy. Okay. It's like, yeah.
All the stars are aligned.
Look, I'm a Star Trek guy, so I never really got the Star Wars thing, but for one day a year, I guess I can let the Star Wars guys have it.
Yeah, they can go be annoying somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
What is it?
Cosplaying and
how do they do? What is it?
That's the Vulcan thing.
Is that?
See, it's
like
that.
This.
Yeah,
that,
do the
No, though that's Star Trek.
Live long and prosper. Yeah,
right.
That's Mr. Spot. That's not. Yeah, that's. I think he turns out to be incestuous, like the Darth Vader or somebody's brother.
No, it's Luke,
crazy.
Luke, I am your father. Yes, Darth Vader.
I actually,
oh, smart one you are.
Someone gave me a gag gift one year. It was a condom that says, "I will not be your father."
Nice. Okay.
Hey, guys and gag gifts were pretty good at stuff like that.
Very good.
Let's talk about the North Carolina legislature. They were in short session last week. Of course, they didn't do a whole hell of a lot, but
because it's a short session.
It's a short session. Yeah. Well, and I say that because we're still in a budget deficit here. We're a budget desert, I should say. We just don't have one.
Right.
Now, the one major thing was that it was House Bill 696, which means nothing to anyone, became Session Law 2026-1. So I guess that means it was the first. Governor Stein did sign it on April 30th. The bill was about Medicaid and other critical needs. Apparently, it protects coverage. So it doesn't give new coverage, but a protected coverage for 725,000 of our citizens.
How much of that is fraud, though?
I don't know.
So that's what I want to know.
So the big thing with Medicaid is the federal government said, look, we're just not going to fund it. So the state now has pretty much taken the responsibility of backstopping Medicaid. So that's kind of a big deal. That's more money that we weren't, what do you call it? Unfunded mandate.
Right.
Is what that is. But 725,000 people in North Carolina would have lost it if our legislature didn't pass this bill. So it looks like Republicans and Democrats are getting along. Governor Stein signed the bill. So, or maybe it was just stripped down enough that he could.
Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? I never know. I never, there's got to be something. We have to work together. I understand that. Okay. But I'm never surprised anymore about the things that the Republicans will give away to get along, as opposed to having some backbone and standing behind what our core beliefs are.
Well, in an exchange with our state senator over the weekend, and it's always friendly with Senator Applewhite and me, but I brought up there was a post about bashing the Republican Party or something, and I said, look, why don't you just say something you love about the Democratic Party instead of worrying about what you hate?
The Democratic Party or the Republican?
Well, no, about So, people are anti-Republican. They call fascist and all this other good stuff that they don't know the damn definition of those words to begin with. But my point was just very basic. Like, look, all right, cool. You hate us. Fine. What do you like about your own people? And when you turn it inward on folks, they're first of all surprised. And second of all, they're like, oh crap, the mirror's on me. I don't know what I like about myself, because that's their problem.
Right.
Democrats, for the most part, that are, and this goes for hateful Republicans too, but the hateful Democrats that just post that kind of stuff. And the senator didn't post the original post. She just responded to me. It's just like, well, just instead of bashing us, tell me what you like about your own house.
Right.
And usually they can't say anything. And then the senator and I went back and forth about, she said, well, the Republicans blocked every bill that the Democrats put up in the state legislature. And my point was, well, maybe it didn't have the right ideology, that wasn't progressive. Progressive gets misused in the political realm. Sounds good, doesn't it? We want to progress.
Right.
Who doesn't want to do that?
No, but that's
Except progressive means something very, very different than the textbook. And in the context of politics, it means what you would consider woke, what you would consider the super liberal blue hair crazy stuff.
Wow.
And we've defined blue hair crazy on the show before. We know we love everybody, but we have the crazy red hats and we have the crazy blue hairs.
Yes, we do.
We each have our own crazies.
Those of us in the middle get tired of being lumped in with the crazy khaki wearing, torch burning righties. And I'm sure that the regular Republicans.
I have khakis on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, just clarifying. Okay. I'm not crazy, but I have khakis on today. Yes.
And then I'm sure the moderate Democrats don't want to be with the purple haired lefty loons.
And I share that view.
Right.
Now, in my travels this weekend, listen to the Ruthless podcast, which is those 4 lobbyist types up in DC, and they are just of the mind there are no good Democrats.
Well, that's not true.
They are.
I will say this. Okay, on Sunday I went to a Christian, like, talking about laws and things like that, and the separation between church and state, and how it's actually people have it backwards. You can't have whatever. If you're voting, if you go to church and you're a Christian, how can you vote for killing babies? If you go to church and you're a Christian, how can you vote for some of the leftist policies that are oh, well, you got to separate church and state? No, you're either a Christian or you're not.
You're either a Christian with convictions, and you do what your conviction tells you. I understand that, and I think I've even brought that up on the show before with other guests. But the thing is, thinking back in retrospect, is that oversimplifying? Just because, like a Venn diagram, that if Democrat must kill baby, or if Republican must not want to, like must be pro-life, and if Democrat must be pro-choice. Is it that solid?
Okay, I don't necessarily believe that all Democrats believe that it's okay to murder a baby, but they're voting and putting those people in that are enacting and standing up for those behaviors.
Right.
They're voting people in saying, we believe in women's rights. Unless you're a guy and you want to be a woman, then you can go ahead and compete and beat up on our girls.
Yeah.
Well, no, we can make a third category where, trans people can compete against trans people. That's cool, whatever. But you can't be one.
Is that our main problem with Democrats? Because I will hand it to the Democrats that we do beat them up on the girls in sports and the whole.
Yeah, but they're trying to be empathetic, more empathetic instead of logical. In my opinion, they're looking out for the best interest of the immigrants.
Getting reelected.
Well,
I think it's more that than it is that they really believe this crap.
Really?
I don't believe everybody up there that's got a D by their name just believes everything hook, line, and sinker. Like,
well, if you don't,
Bernie Sanders, Mr. Libtard, he is endorsing. There's a candidate up there in Maine. The guy's got a Nazi tattoo on himself.
Right.
Bernie's out there fighting for him.
Nazis bad unless you're on our team.
Yeah.
And you're a good Nazi.
I mean, you mean really at the heart of hearts, Bernie Sanders, who I'm assuming, is he a Jewish guy? I mean, sounds like it. So, good old Bernie, he's endorsing some guy that has very outspokenly.
But he apologized for it, so that makes it go away.
No.
But see, when a Republican does it, you can be held liable for it forever. But if you're a Democrat, you apologize. Oh, he's sorry for it. It's okay.
Yeah, I bet he's sorry being caught. He ain't sorry for it.
Right.
So, hey, Mario, how you doing? It's been a long time, sir. It's good to see you, Mr. Independent. We see you and appreciate you joining.
Yeah, you need to come join us Saturday night.
Yeah, you need to come and try one
He would be one of the best dressed men on there.
We wouldn't even ask him to DJ for free. Like, that could have been a gig. We should have asked him to come out.
We have a band.
We have a band?
Yes, we have a band. Yes.
Okay. Who's the band?
You'll see.
All right. Oh, I'll see. Okay, great.
It's a good one, actually.
It better not be you and a jug.
No.
Jug band type thing.
What are you saying about my jugs?
I don't know. Oh, Lord. To everybody watching, thanks for tuning in. So let's talk about something that doesn't make me turn red on air.
Okay.
Let's see.
Let's talk about the teacher walkout.
Yes, the teachers. Okay. So this is the first time, Laura, I'm going to share with you. Let's see. What do I want to do first? I'm going to share.
Okay. Just so everybody knows, I've not seen these videos. Please don't judge me by my face. I haven't had the opportunity to view this in order to temper my dismay.
So here we go.
Okay.
I'm going to now, P.D. Pablo showed up at the North Carolina Association of Educators protest. I'm going to call it right now. But here we go. Let's see here. So we're going to watch the whole thing. So strap in.
Was it a concert?
No. So far, I'm seeing some people that could use the steps. But who doesn't like P.D. Pablo, man?
I want to say
you're missing school for this.
Everyone of you for coming out today. You know why we're here, and you know we have to stand together. This right here shows people that we can come together for something. You know what I mean? And if we can come together like this on more things, there can be more changes in life. So I appreciate all y'all for coming out.
Okay, so I mean, first of all, who doesn't love P.D. Pablo?
Okay, I like that. Okay.
Native son. Okay. I mean, come on.
Okay.
Isn't he from Roco? I think he's from Robeson County.
I don't know.
P.D. Pablo.
I will say, I like the song, like the music.
Yeah.
But that's a concert. That's not a protest.
Stay tuned. I got more. Now, so the rest I have are just pictures that I stole from Facebook. Okay. I'll just go ahead and admit that right now. But you know what? I'm probably going to mess this up. Hang on a second. I'm not tech support over here.
You're more techie than I am.
Well, yeah.
Or Trekkie.
So Trekkie. Some more Trekkie. I'm going to share, and let's just comment on these as we go through them. There's P.D. Pablo again.
Hey, P.D.
There's a couple skinny folks in the back.
I'm
just saying they're probably not my number one customer right there. So, they need a little steak and cheese in their life.
Okay.
So, again, there you go again. Looks like a lot of younger teachers there. Good mix of representation of North Carolina there.
Right.
This, though. Okay, so that's the teachers.
Whoa.
Hold on. We're going to go back. All right, now let's talk about this BS for a moment. Okay, refusefascism.org. What in God's green earth does Donald Trump have to do with your education dollar? You want to look that up? You want to give him a hit?
I'm getting ready to
refusefascism.org?
Yes.
Okay. So, I saw the P.D. Pablo thing. I think I have a couple more here. So here's another one. Make America Pay Reparations. No Kings. And then let's see if I have anything else. Proud to be woke. Progressive Democrats. Okay, so they're making it a partisan issue.
Mm-hmm. So what about the Republican teachers that are there?
Here you go. Socialism's the future. And look at her Hamas-leaning headscarf. So let's think about it like this. Oh.
Okay, first of all, if Trump was a fascist, you wouldn't be able to have signs like that. You would be taken out by the government. So let's start there, number one.
Mm-hmm. Are you trying to start simply?
I mean, let's just start with basic 101. This website, refusefascism.org,
mm-hmm.
They would hunt you down and they would make you pay. And no. No work, no school, no business as usual. A day to demand Trump must go now.
So, all right, let me say this clearly. All right, good teachers, they deserve respect. Good teachers deserve support. They also should be able to make a living without working 2 or 3 jobs. So we had lunch today, and you met the teacher that I helped out from Alger Wilkins, the high school on the bypass. You know, she works at least one other side job to make ends meet that I know of. But this May 1st thing, it wasn't a teacher pay rally. It was not. It was, you got 700,000 students missed school. I mean, there were whole school districts that had to close down.
Right.
So if the teachers wanted to piss people off, I think they made it clear last Friday. I mean, school's almost out for the year. And they could have gone and protested on June 1st when school's out, right?
No, we've got to make a statement and include our children and get our children.
So now the children are political pawns.
It's funny. I just saw something by Ben Shapiro today. I got a story. Go ahead.
Well, look, I just think that you can advocate for the teachers without using the students as leverage. There is a way to get better pay for the teachers. But this kind of, and to me, this infiltration of this crazy, this anti-fascist, what the hell? You're an educator?
Right. And if you're an educator and you're saying that Trump is a fascist, then you need to go back to school yourself and become educated.
Yeah.
Because that's incorrect that fake news, misinformation. What it said all no, and no. If he was a fascist, he wouldn't return power back to the states.
Right.
You wouldn't be able to protest and have a day off. And oh, by the way, if you're a teacher and you want to protest, I respect your right to protest. Dock your pay. And
you shouldn't be able to be on the clock and take PTO. I mean, but look, they already get paid. We already screw them enough with their pay. So
bummer.
To
protest on your own time. You're on my tax dollars. I pay for just like the police. I pay for your salary. I pay for your salary.
When you get pulled over,
no work, no pay.
When you get pulled over, I found that is not a good strategy.
No.
With the policeman to say I pay your salary.
And I don't mean that in an ugly way. I pay your salary or whatever. But those are our tax dollars at work. And if you want to protest, I respect your right to protest. Feel free to protest on your own time. I don't go to work. I don't get paid.
Absolutely.
You don't go to work.
And
you don't.
Let's remember who the NCAE is. See, North Carolina prevents unions for teachers here in North Carolina, so it's against the law to unionize. But the NCAE is a education association who wields a lot of power. They take a lot of money from the teachers out of their paycheck.
I want a union for the students. Teachers don't need unions. The students do. Let's start looking after the students.
It's almost like we got to get a lawyer for the students,
right,
to defend. So I did reach out to the Conservative Teachers Alliance. I want to have them back on the show. They've been on with me twice since I've been hosting.
Oh wait, we got all kinds of comments.
Oh yeah. I reposted Mario's there. The political parties have become the new hate groups. I think at some of the extremes, you're right, Mario. I think not that I feel sorry for the Chuck Schumers of the world, but he doesn't have a backbone, so whatever. He has no backbone, but he has actually a primary problem from AOC, right? Because she is so woke and this and that, and she's everybody's darling. She needs to go back to serving drinks.
And the Democrats love these liberal lunatics because they raise money quickly, and it's about the money.
It used to be okay just to be a little liberal. It's fine. Now it's, how liberal are you, and who can be the best at who's going to win the most woke trophies?
Yeah,
like, come on.
Where on the I'm a victim scale?
So let me see here. I did have a few videos. Let's see if we can get through the NCAE. So look, my thing with the NCAE is they are an overpowered, overpaid organization, and they are weaponizing themselves against the students.
Yep.
Now, how do we move forward with teacher pay? Because we are smack dab in the middle in the country.
Well, we're in the middle with performance too. We're 22nd for performance. How about make it a merit-based system where every teacher has a base salary, and based on your students, your individual students, how they test on grade levels and things like that, and how they And we need to get back to reading, writing, and arithmetic. You get bonuses based on how your students learn.
And that's one thing. So I do want to mention we
need to get to Paideia.
So
back to Paideia way of educating.
What the hell's that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have invited Mr. Tom Hatch. He is former lifelong educator. He's been a Cumberland County Schools principal. He has spent decades in the school system. He is coming on May 13th, which is next Wednesday, I think. Yeah. Because basically I reached out to Tom. I said, hey, he ran for school board. He didn't make it this time around, but I know he knows what the hell he's talking about.
I bet you he knows what the Paideia education system is.
I'm sure he does, Smarty. So you're going to make me Google something. I'm not going to let you one-up me right now. But Mr. Hatch, so there's been talk of Leandro, and we've heard Leandro. So because Leandro is such an old, ongoing court case. I mean, it's so old that the kid who was the plaintiff is named Leandro, was in Hope County.
Yep.
Now he's an attorney. He's been through school, graduated, everything, law school. Now he's fighting for the actual law named after him. So this thing's been around for a long time, and I wanted Mr. Hatch to kind of help me cut through some of the noise. He sent me plenty of primers, so I have plenty to read before next Wednesday. But I want to talk to him about how we can pay teachers more, because one thing we did discuss was the biggest screw up that we Republicans made, the No Child Left Behind Act. And that is when our school system decided, let's start teaching for the test and not teaching to think.
Right.
Because we were trying to find a metric. We were trying to find some measurable way to be fair to give teachers raises and to encourage. But well-intended, horrible execution is the way I would put that. So
right.
Anyway, so we're going to have Mr. Hatch here. That should be fun. He's going to be a good guest. He's very active still in the community. He is not going anywhere. So what we got next? You want to pay some property taxes?
No, I want to move to Florida and not have to.
Why?
Because Ron DeSantis has introduced a bill. He's not only done away with income tax, but now he wants to do away with property taxes. If you have your own single family dwelling where you live, your primary residence is in...
I'm with you so far.
Okay. In Florida, they're going to try and make a law where you do not have to pay property taxes. So you will actually own your property and not have to continue to lease it from the state for the rest of your life.
Well, let's clarify that. So, you buy your house, you pay your mortgage every month. Usually inside your mortgage is principal and interest, taxes and insurance, the PITI.
Right.
So you basically, if you sign the mortgage, then you will not have the T. You'll still have insurance, but you won't have taxes to be paid, because essentially, no matter if we own our property outright or we're paying on it, we're on a perpetual land lease from the government.
That's right. You never own your home. And when the government decides it's coming for your home, they will outprice you out of your home. Be a retired person on a...
Okay. This is my argument with that, though.
Okay.
Okay. You said that several times. It was a very busy lunch.
Okay.
And, we've talked about it today, but the government didn't price you out. The market priced you out of your... That is where...
No, I own my home.
From. I understand
I
that,
own my home, but I don't.
Your home is worth whatever those valuations say.
Okay, when I get to sell it, then okay.
Now,
but I don't want to lease it from the government. That's
I agree
exactly
with that.
Right.
It is unrealized gain. So maybe there's a middle ground here to block the appreciation, or like you only pay taxes on that original value.
No, I think once you own if you are purchasing your primary residence where you live, you should be able to own it. Now, when you sell it or you move or whatever, or if it's a rental property or whatever, then you pay taxes on it. But if it's your primary residence, you should have the option of one day.
Let the government give you one. You should have at least one freebie.
That's exactly right. It's not the government giving you anything. It's you owning something that you've worked for all of your life. Because literally, there are people right now that are on fixed income. They've retired, and our taxes have gone up exponentially in some areas. And they're like, holy smokes, I don't know if I can afford my home anymore.
Well, again, I got to say, the tax rates did not. The valuations went up, which is the market. And that's what a lot of people...
But I'm not selling.
It's
but
unrealized
I have to now,
gain. Yes.
Right. So why should I be paying for something that I haven't sold?
This is why I even give a damn. Okay. This is my beginning to end. How the hell are we going to pay for school buildings, for police, fire, roads? Because that right now is how we pay.
Okay.
Is through property taxes. Now,
I have an idea.
As soon as, if we can study how much impact that would have and how we can either replace it or cut it out of our budget, then I think we can proceed and I won't have a problem. But that's where I'm at right now.
I want a usage tax. The more money you spend, the more money you pay. Because those of us that live on tight budgets, we are allotted, we're buying, a loaf of bread and milk and things like that. And that's our budget. Okay. So we have to pay a little bit more for that. That's fine. But then the people that are out buying cars and homes and luxury items, you pay more. Add on that
okay. So think about the dollar stores for a moment. We know the dollar stores, it's been proven, take advantage of the lower income bracket folks because the perception is a value. You can only buy one roll of toilet paper or one of this, one of that. You're paying more. So with that logic, they're paying more for that roll of toilet paper. It means they're going to pay more tax. So it would disproportionately affect the poorest.
Because if I have $1.50, and it's going to, you go to the dollar store is not the dollar store, it's the $1.20 store.
It's $1.25.
Something like that. Yeah. But then you can start budgeting for items. And, I know that there's going to be a 20% tax on anything I purchase. If I'm purchasing a $1 item, I pay $1.20. If I'm purchasing a $100 item, I'm paying $120. More taxes. The more you spend, the more you pay. So you want to tax the rich? You're taxing the rich. Again,
here I got to play devil's advocate for the poor. If they're renting, they're going to the dollar store, they're paying rent, they're renting a place that is not my primary residence. I have now purchased an investment property to rent to them. I'm paying now higher taxes on that. I'm going to pass those taxes on to my renter. So now the $1,500 a month goes to $1,800 a month.
Well, the market will take care of itself.
And that's my issue right now. We're so early stage. I don't think it's a bad idea. To let me live in my house tax free. I mean, we worked hard enough, but how are we going to? You're talking about changing an entire system. That we grew up in, and maybe it's comfortable, and I'm afraid of change.
That's exactly right. I said there's nothing. Anybody that works in being comfortable all the time, nothing great ever comes of it. But if you want to make great changes, there's going to be great uncomfortable periods of time. You got to learn and adjust and that didn't work. Well, let's fix it or whatever. There are times of being uncomfortable. In order for Iran not to have a nuclear weapon and blow us all to high hell, we have to be uncomfortable and pay more for gas right now. Not as much as when Biden was office, but we have to be uncomfortable for a moment so that.
But we forget. See, that's the problem. Americans, damn well we have a short attention span.
No,
and we
want don't.
Instant gratification.
We don't.
I said
we don't.
I mean,
we remember. No.
I've been told that I don't remember anything, but
the media pounds it home.
Yeah.
And then you start to feel something that you should not be feeling. Be logical. Sit down. Would you rather? Let's play the game. Would you rather have Iran have a nuclear weapon and what do they say?
Possibly
death
to Israel?
Nope, not death to Israel. There's another one. Death to, what's that country?
Brazil.
Nope, not Brazil. America?
Death to America.
Yeah, okay.
Man, screw those guys.
Yeah. So would you rather have them come and bomb us with nuclear weapons, or would you rather pay $5 a gallon for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months?
It's a little pinch right now, and I think 6 months from now, everybody's going to forget it.
That's exactly right.
And the other thing I tell people is when they complain for gas, like, look, well, can you do without it? No? All right. Just this week, you're going to pay a little more. I don't like that. I'd like gas to be 50 cents a gallon, but that's not the reality we live in.
And then we say that and the whole thing is that we're pumping, we're energy independent, we're pumping more gas, but because our infrastructure has not been updated since the 70s, we have not built a new refinery since the 70s. It's now 2026. That's 50 years of old stuff. Are you driving a 50-year-old car? Is your TV 50 years old? But our infrastructure is 50 years old.
I've heard that argument before, that we have natural resource, but we have a broken permitting system. We have a broken federal government, the EPA and all that stuff, which was meant to help keep our environment safe. It takes a lot of energy to get the energy here if we have to import foreign oil.
We have to import foreign oil because all of our infrastructure only
Needs to be upgraded.
processes the thick, nasty, disgusting oil, not the beautiful, fine, thin oil that we have.
Mhm.
If we upgrade our infrastructure, which people won't do, because why? Because the next administration that comes in might say, no, never mind.
Okay.
And then you're talking about billions of dollars and it takes you 30 years to recover your money. Why would you want to invest in something that may be the next?
So not only do they want to kill all Americans, but their oil sucks too. It's way too.
Yes.
Okay.
But that's what our infrastructure works.
Well, let's go back to property taxes now. What's going on in North Carolina? There is Representative Erin Pare.
Yay.
She's one of the primary sponsors of House Bill 1089.
Mm-hmm.
It is, now this is cool. It is a proposed constitutional amendment that would require the legislature to enact a property tax levy limit. And it was referred to House Finance on April 30th.
Now define, so I can only raise your taxes X amount of dollars, but your valuation I can inflate
again
exponentially.
No, the valuation cannot. See, that's the unfair part. Okay. The valuation is based on sales in the marketplace. Okay. Yes, it's unrealized gain if you are not preparing to sell your house, but that's what the market says your house is worth. We got boned this last valuation because we included the COVID years.
That's right.
And people in COVID were crazy. They were being paid to sit home and do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And people had, I don't want to say disposable income, but they had more on hand.
They had fraud, so they
had plenty of fraud. Yeah. There were some leering centers, and we're going to get to that in a minute. I have some more I didn't tell you about. I got more to show you.
Great.
So people were paying, if their house was $100,000, they were paying $120,000.
Right.
So they were paying 20% above list price just to have a damn place to live.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what drove up our valuation. And I think this is the most egregious and the most harmful valuation we've had in Cumberland County, probably in 50 years. People forget the two valuations ago. So let's see. Was it 25 and then it was 18 and then it would have been 2010, 2011. Our values went down because we included the recession of 07 and 08. So we're unforgiving when it goes up, but when it goes down, it's just like a whimper. It's like, not that I need to reward my government.
Our tax rates went up in 2010.
Well, and before our tax rates are screwed with, I think they need to not only publish the revenue neutral rate, which says with these new valuations, here's the rate for me not to get another dollar, me being the county government.
Right.
Not only publish it, which they do, adopt it. Make them live on that for the first year. And then after that, they have to make a damn good case on why they need to ask for an increase outside of the regular cost of living adjustments and things for county staff. And we shouldn't put a strangle on the people that work for us.
Right. The county employees and the government employees are some of the high in Cumberland County anyways. They're paid above the average rate in the county that they live in. Mm-hmm. That's not right either. Our government employees are getting paid better than the people here in Cumberland County.
Well, that's a whole other argument, rabbit hole, because in my opinion, you have to compete with the private sector. And do you want the dumbest or do you want the best and brightest? And you're going to have to pay for it.
Okay. We already have the dumbest.
We have some. I mean,
and then they get in.
Are you thinking electeds or hireds? Because I can go.
When you go to once they
get put in some humdingers in office. I mean, come on.
We do put some humdingers.
We really
in
have,
office too.
And that's as nice as I can say that. By the way, everybody joining us, it's nice to see y'all. You can say hello if you like.
Feel free.
I won't call you out too bad, but so we need to work through property tax. We're not there yet. My concern is we already have enough trouble funding building, like right now, Cumberland County Schools, there's like $300 million in deferred maintenance, and that all falls on the county. That's not a state issue. That's us.
I learned something today.
So what did you learn?
I learned that the schools asked for X amount of dollars and they ended up getting more money than they asked for, which means in the future, they automatically get that money. It automatically went up. It wasn't like a 10.
So that's a big disagreement for me of why they were funded fully to begin with. Not only that what you learned about them going over that they were given to Cumberland County Schools, I disagreed with the first part, and I definitely disagree with the second part. They don't need a tip on top of it because to my knowledge, they've already asked for an additional few more $1 million.
Right. They asked for extra money thinking that they're going to negotiate down, and they asked for extra money, and then they got extra money and then some. And now when it's time to pass that next budget, you know what they get?
That
plus.
Yeah.
So now they get to go up.
Think about this, and I've said it before. So my disapproval of funding the school system fully is not that I hate schools. It's that we don't have as many children in the county school. We're missing how many people?
We're missing 6,000 students.
Wow, that's bigger than I thought. It was like 1,400.
No, it said 6,000 less students now than we had, but we have a bigger budget. That means, like, we did the math with the person
and
that
that
was
money
talking.
goes. So the money from the county
teachers
pays for buildings, pays for the capital stuff, the buildings, and supplements the teacher pay. It doesn't. The pay, actually, they're state employees, but we supplement. And I have it on good source that it was a tangible supplement this time around.
Okay. Well, what I would like to see is administrator costs, and we start limiting some of the administrators can only earn a percentage above what the teachers earn.
Agreed.
Because right now the administrators are earning 3 and 4 times what the teachers are earning.
Well, we get on Wall Street CEOs that make, multiples of their
that's in the private sector.
No, I know, but I'm saying using the same rationale, we get on Wall Street CEOs for making, in that case, like 10,000 times more than some barista makes. But why can't we apply some private, God forbid that, the real world out here has some pretty good lessons that maybe we can bring back. Maybe we need to limit and make it so that my thinking of the administration and how we do things is that we're top heavy and bloated.
Yes.
And that we can definitely afford to trim some tree. Again, that's we're going to have some more questions from Mr. Hatch when he comes here. He actually, one thing he pointed out was that elementary schools are fully employed, they're full. But when you get to middle school, the attendance drops because people pull their kids out, go to private school, whatever. And then for high school, the enrollment goes back up. So there's a tangible dip in, if you follow a kid from K through 12, he's there K through 5, then 6, 7, 8, he disappears. And then 9 through 12, they reappear. He has experience as being the principal at Ann Chestnut back in the 90s and early 2000s. There were some programs that he was behind, that it was professional development for the middle school teachers to make a better quality. He understands the kids as, I don't want to say a product, but he understands that they are
the product.
They are the result.
It's not the teachers.
Well, I don't want to make them sound like widgets. It's just
they're our future. They are the product.
The future.
Yes.
But he understands that there is a role that the school and the teacher of that classroom plays. And he broke it down for me, like down to the classroom level. Like, this is what needs to happen in every classroom, not at the school, every classroom. So I'm looking forward to that. Before we wrap up
Ask
here.
Ask them about the Paideia way of teaching.
All right. Well, I did put in here a note, because property taxes, they suck all the way around.
Yeah.
And, sometimes it's like, what gives you the right? What gives you the right to tax me? And so North Carolina, the right for the legislature and local municipalities to tax us is called the Machinery Act.
Okay.
Sounds like a factory thing, but it tells us what property can be taxed. It says who values the property. It says that if the county can change your value between appraisals, they can, but it's a little tough to do that. And who collects the tax. So the Machinery Act is the actual machinery that our government uses against us to take our money.
Right.
Okay. Right now it matters because it is in conflict. It's being basically rewritten by this Committee on Property Tax Reduction and Reform that Aaron Paré is one of the co-chairs. So that's where they are focusing their effort to try to repeal some of this stuff.
Okay.
So let's see.
If they were more studious with our money, then I'm not opposed to taxes. I think some taxes are good. Fire stations, police, roads, schools, things like that. But they're just so wasteful.
So the thing is, it's like, look, I can't be like, F the government. They don't deserve. Look, you are part of a society. I was thinking about it the other day. You and I disagree on the SB 50 carry, whatever. And I was thinking, as part of living in a society where I know my head is not getting chopped off next week, I'm willing to play the game. I'm willing to get the permit. Because why? I want quiet enjoyment. I want to be left alone.
Okay.
So go ahead.
So are you being left alone? Because let's pretend for a moment that we're living in the 60s where all the vehicles didn't have, what are they called? Seatbelts in them. And people were driving around minding their own business. And imagine if one day out of the blue, the government said in the 60s, everybody, I want you to put a strap across your waist and across your face, and we're going to start videotaping you while you drive. They would be in the streets. What happens is the government takes a little bit at a time until you are no longer able to have a free society because they have nibbled away at your freedoms. So every freedom that they're going to take they need to clutch it from my dying hands because I want a free society.
Okay. I'm willing to play the game.
Okay. I'm not. Well, I'll play the game, but they're going to fight me for it.
Yes. Okay. So let's switch to now. I have other things that you have not seen yet.
Oh,
and
great.
I actually meant to bring these up last week. But let's watch what I got here.
Okay.
Yeah. So this guy.
Oh, Lee Zeldin. Oh,
Lee
Zeldin, hair lady.
And crazy. This is a crazy purple hair if I have ever seen one. So let's watch this.
Oh my God, this is hilarious. Yeah. I actually saw this. He schools her.
He handled it very well, I thought. Well,
can't hear it. Well, what'd you say? What?
Following the law, Section 202 of the Clean Air Act, where does it say anything about fighting global climate change? Loper Bright, Supreme Court case, you familiar with it?
No, I maybe others are. I'm not, but let me ask.
But that's really important. As a member of Congress, Loper Bright says that we as an agency don't have the authority to get creative. If Section 202 of the Clean Air Act...
No, but you don't have, excuse me, you do not have the right to say climate change does not exist, that it's a hoax, and that's where this administration is coming from.
I understand you're upset that you don't know what Loper Bright is. Do you know what the major policies doctrine is?
I'm upset because...
You know what the major policies doctrine is?
You know what, let me just
You're a member of Congress. You should know. Do you want me to tell you what the two biggest Supreme Court cases are of the last few years?
This is what I want you
Michigan
to tell
versus EPA.
Whoa.
West Virginia versus EPA.
You know, you're here because you need money from us. So halt for the second and wait for the questions and answer the questions.
Well, I answered your question,
and you
didn't like my answer because you don't know what Loper Bright is, because you don't know what the major policies doctrine is.
And what you want to do is to deny.
No, I actually read the law. I do my homework.
Really?
You're just somebody who likes to have the microphone on. You know what I have to do? I read the law. I read the Supreme Court cases that the EPA is that you wanted to fund us.
I don't have to listen to this BS.
The BS? You think I made up these cases?
Okay, so first reaction.
I love it.
I love this guy. I mean, you know, who was angry in that exchange?
Not Lee Zeldin.
You're right. So
because it's great to, I watch a lot of these videos where people are like, okay, like a woman that was at the weekend, they go around and interview. Okay, so what is it about this that makes it that way? When you question people, they get mad at you, they hit you, they walk away, or they yell and they scream. So he's got facts, which is
what it's right in front of him.
Right.
Yeah.
Here are the facts. Now, can you explain it? I'm just telling you. No. Tell me the fact. Here are the facts. Respond.
Well, let's talk about the context. So what he's saying is, and what Mr. Zeldin was trying to get across to her was that he's not calling climate change a hoax. He's not saying it doesn't exist. What he's saying is, in the Loper Bright, in the legislation, and the rules for the EPA, climate change doesn't exist as a concept.
Right.
That doesn't mean the EPA is not for clean air, clean water. It's just that whole climate change idea is not really ensconced in our rules. That's all. That's it. It's just not in there.
Right.
And she's going crazy. She accuses him of running a hoax.
Who's running the hoax?
That Mr. Zeldin and the EPA, and at some point she says, "You and your boss." So I hate to remind you, but he's your president too, lady.
Right.
So
see, that goes back to what we said earlier. It's I believe in climate change and all of that stuff. So I'm going to take my private plane with just me in it and go and make But if I pay money though, that takes care of my carbon footprint. Yeah.
Let's go to the next one here.
Okay.
What do I got? Oh, you'll like this.
Large-scale raids targeting federal fraud currently underway. Federal agents seen leaving the Quality Learning Center.
Yes, it is.
And Brooke Taylor has more on that and what they're looking for. Brooke, good morning.
Hi, Bill. Good morning. Yeah, we have had a photographer there at the daycare since this morning, capturing video of those federal agents just going in and out of the building, collecting evidence as part of the DOJ's fraud investigation in Minnesota. Take a look at this video here. Sources tell Fox that federal agents are raiding about 22 businesses across Minneapolis this morning. And sources say many of them are tied to Somali-owned operations. All of this comes after that viral YouTube video from Nick Shirley. It was back in December. In that video, he visited different child care centers. And you'll remember they were either closed or there were just no children inside, despite receiving state child care funding. Now, the location that you're looking at right now, it's the Quality Learning Center. This is the daycare. It went viral. It blew up on social media because of a sign outside with learning that was literally misspelled.
So,
I don't watch Fox, so this is totally news to me.
So they said it became viral in December. Is that correct? And now it is now May. So that video came out on, I had it ready for the April 29th. So for Wednesday last week, and it came out a couple days before that. So we got a good 4-month lag in between whistleblowing and our government doing things. So can we call that a knee-jerk reaction, or is that maybe a planned and calculated action by our government?
That seems
You think somebody maybe is going to secure an indictment from that?
That seems pretty knee-jerk to me. 4 months for our government, because usually it takes like years. So
yeah. Well, I'm liking this attitude from the Department of Justice.
Me
Get
too.
on it.
I agree.
Go get them. And I hope they end up in jail, every one of them. And I hope they drop the soap and never recover.
Yeah, buddy.
But they might like it. All right. Let's go to the next. I think I have one more here. Let's see what I got. Well,
Or the same one.
Damn it. Okay, I know I have another one, so hang on a second. Let me go to the folder and do that. Senator. Oh, this one. Okay. Crazy bald lady. All right.
Crazy bald lady.
Yeah, you're going to love her.
I can hear something I can't see.
Okay. Yeah. She's I think this is you'll know who this is when I share it. She seems like a regular on the crazy circuit. Okay. All right, here we go. Now who be that?
Please keep Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s
What's her name?
out
Presley?
of your mouths.
Okay.
How about we'll quote whoever
Presley,
we want to quote? How about that's my First Amendment right? That's exactly the kind of baked-in oppression. Like, how dare a white Republican quote Martin Luther King? We actually had a congressman say that just now in this committee. And thank you, good lady, for once again exemplifying the type of oppression that we stand against. You know I'm right. You know I'm right.
Order. Mr. Higgins has the floor.
And we will quote who we please to quote.
A disgrace.
And we will continue to speak freely because I'm a veteran. That's the country that I serve. That's the Constitution I swore an allegiance to. And
Who's he?
That oath has no expiration date.
Mr. Higgins.
I will
Congressman
fight
Higgins
for it
from,
with my
Louisiana,
last
I believe.
life's blood.
Mm-hmm. Amen. So, Mr. Higgins, he was a very popular. Let me see if I can pull it. Well, he was a very popular sheriff.
Okay.
Let me see here. I should have just Representative Clay Higgins is his name.
Okay.
And I want to see if I can find. He was a very you know that guy Grady Judd in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Like Clay Higgins was like the maybe the first version of him.
Okay.
I think he was very outspoken. He was very law and order. Let's see, sheriff. Let's see.
I like Law and Order.
Yeah, it's a good show.
No, I mean I like Law and Order, and I don't watch Law and Order on the show, but yeah, TV.
Let's see. He is. Here it is. All right. Yeah. We're not going to watch the whole thing because it's 2 minutes, but okay. I'll share this. Ugh. Vaccines for kids.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. All right, here we go.
Keep your car clean, car happy at Tidal Wave.
The Gremlin Street Gang is responsible for hundreds of violent crimes, murders, armed robberies, witness intimidation, burglaries, drug trafficking, extortion, and brutal beatings. We've arrested 10 of these thugs and have warrants on 7 more. Every one of these animals is most definitely armed and dangerous. Darren Carter, Aaron Carter, Travis Cooper, Cody Guidry, Jaron Diggs, Kirkland Demachet, and Jonathan Landry.
Great names.
We have felony warrants for your arrest. You will be hunted. You will be tracked. And if you raise your weapon to a man like me, we'll return fire with superior fire. Darren Carter, you think men like these are afraid of an uneducated, 125-pound punk like you that's never won a fair fight in your life and holds your gun sideways? Young man, I'll meet you on solid ground anytime, anywhere, light or heavy. Makes no difference to me. You won't walk away. Look at you. Men like us, son, we do dumbbell presses with weights bigger than you. And the convicts in jail, most of those men are good people who just found themselves crossed with the law. They're not evil, and they don't respect you or any punk like you. They'll toss you around like a rag doll. I encourage every citizen watching this to look into your own heart and find the American courage that conquers all evil. I implore you to listen to this message and stand up. Take back your streets. Take back your country.
Is this him running for office?
Come forward with information about these heathens that have terrorized your community.
We might have a sheriff like that.
And for those who would use this message as a way to create false racial division in our country, take a close look behind me. Standing next to every cop is a leader of our black community. This is not about race. It's about right versus wrong.
That's right.
One last message to the Gremlins. You don't like the things I've told you tonight? I got one thing to
Is that
say.
a real gang, Gremlins?
I'm easy to find. On behalf of the St. Landry Parish Sheriff's Office, the Louisiana State Police, the U.S. Marshals, and every cop and law-abiding citizen from sea to shining sea, I'm Captain Clay Higgins, asking every patriot to stand up, share this video, and send a clear message to the world. We're Americans. We'd rather die on our feet than live on our knees.
Yeah, that's me not going along to get along.
I mean,
I love that guy.
After I get some chills, that guy. Anyway, that came out several years before he ran for Congress, and he's been in Congress a couple of terms now, I think. But anyway, so I thought I'd just play that.
Him.
So your impression is we need a sheriff like him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every county does.
I would like a sheriff. I have some wish lists for sheriff, whether it's Mr. Winham or Mr. McDuffie, because those are the two that are going to be on the ballot in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
I want a visible sheriff. I want somebody that's not afraid to stand up and say, law and order, you're safe in your homes. We are going to, we're going to pursue criminals, and we're going to support ICE. Yeah, I'd like to hear that too.
Right.
Which means they just got to read the computer when they, when they book somebody.
Yes.
So I do have a Hope Mills mayor, Jesse Bellflowers. He was scheduled to be with us this evening, but he was unable to attend. They did have a closed session on Thursday in regards to the state auditor's report. And then they have another meeting this evening. I think that's why we're missing Bambi. Yep. We haven't seen her tonight.
That's right.
But he will be coming here. We're going to have a serious conversation about the state auditor's report. And, I do want to point out, though, the auditor's report is not a criminal conviction. Okay.
Nope.
And not every allegation in the report was substantiated. I think that was the biggest takeaway I took from reading it, was that.
But the salaries.
So there are a couple of what I would consider smoking guns. And honestly, I think we need to remember the style of government we have is it's representative. they are elected as a board, the town board, the mayor, all those people, but they then hire the county manager. I'm sorry, the town manager in that case. So I think the town manager has to answer for, and there was a letter.
And
written,
wasn't that woman, Elise? Wasn't she upset with the town manager for breaking different rules and things like that? So does this finding that the town manager may be breaking rules?
Those things weren't substantiated.
Okay.
They weren't even mentioned in the report. But the things that were, the way I read that whole auditor's report is there's maybe like one thing that could be the fault of the elected body.
Okay.
The rest of what I read was a failure of administration, a failure of process. For instance, there was they have HR records that are paper and electronic. Pick one and just keep them all together. So there's stuff like that. And I think that to me sounds like growing pains of the sleepy little town of Hope Mills to now they're an actual town.
Well, I have lots of paper records and I'm actually putting them all on digital because paper is a pain in the butt.
It is. But when you're dealing with people's pay and their HR records, I think that should be easily accessible. And I think it should be uniformly where it belongs. So, all right. So we are coming up. We just broke an hour, just me and you.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, Monica, I'm sorry. We went live. We went late today. Breach of fiduciary duty, fraud, theft, breach of authority. That is some pretty powerful accusations. So, and Monica is helping me to gather questions from the Hope Mills residents.
Are we going to have the town manager on?
So I've wanted to have the town manager on. I don't know if he's going to be the town manager after tonight's meeting.
I would think not if he's messed up that bad.
Look.
No.
Let's quantify the messed up that bad. They're going to screw up in their jobs.
After 100%.
Yeah.
But this, my understanding was egregious. I mess up every day.
I don't want to color with the adjectives that it's egregious or it's hard. Just
okay.
I want to talk about what happened.
You want? I have the egregious red crayon. What color crayon do you want?
I'm not hungry for crayon tonight. So I don't know. I don't want to be CNN or like Star News and egregious and whatever. Let's let the people decide what they want to call it. And I just want to put the facts forward. And
well, aren't I one of the people?
I mean, yeah, you're one of. You don't live in Hope Mills. I don't care what you think.
I have a house in Hope
I read
Mills.
my 62-page auditor's report.
I
or
did
52,
not.
whatever.
I did not.
Yeah, so
I looked at a few and it was so boring. I fell asleep 3 times trying to read it.
It's not exactly.
I'm like, I don't even know what they're talking about. I don't care, to be 100% honest.
Well, I read it. I have some notes. Monica, please stick with us, and we're going to summarize those questions. But I did.
She said coward. Is she calling you coward?
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. Different hat, different day. I did respond to somebody, and this is where we got to figure out how the questions need to be formulated. There was one question that was offered in one of the groups that said, ask the mayor about why the police department is open 24 hours, how many people they've helped, whatever. And I responded, I mean, I wasn't mad at the question. It was just like, well, that sounds more like a police chief problem, like a police chief question. He should be able to tell us how many calls for service overnight. Apparently their police stations now staff 24 hours a day, which, I mean, Hope Mills used to have like 5 officers. Now they have a lot more.
Right.
So,
and if, okay, so not to get too into it, but my son was killed at nighttime in Hope Mills. So I'm glad that their staff there, because it took them longer to get out there because it happened.
Well, and that's a perspective. I think it's kind of like, let's let it be staffed, because if you need them, you want them to be there.
That's exactly right. So don't let it be not staffed and you be the one that need them. You'll appreciate it when you need them.
Now, I did smart off to somebody about the flock cameras. Somebody said they don't like the flock cameras tracking their every move. And I said, yeah, until somebody murders you. And those flock cameras are ideal for reading your license plate and finding who did it. It's there is no expectation of privacy in the public. Your license plate is not privileged information.
Okay.
I mean, how many times have I been contacted from my restaurant downtown from the police to get the video to find out where their suspect went?
I too have been contacted by the police because I have videos on light poles outside of my house. I understand. But there's a lot of the flock cameras are not all they're not what are they called, encrypted.
Right.
Anybody can get on there and see it anytime.
I think I have the app someplace. Yeah.
For stalkers or whatever, that's a little unsettling.
Just like property taxes, every thread you pull is going to unravel something else. So let's not do too knee jerking. And Monica, yes, I know you're not talking about me. And we will stick to the report, just the facts, ma'am, just like Dragnet. So we'll be back on Wednesday. We're going to hope you guys enjoyed watching today. A little bit different with the clips. I'm trying to turn myself into Tosh.0, I guess. But
I do want to talk about on Monday that North Carolina found some fraud.
Oh, you want to talk about it today or next week?
Either way, because I did some numbers.
Okay. Well, let's dig in.
Okay.
Before we leave, I was getting ready to head out of here.
So average benefits. Okay, so we're talking about SNAP benefits.
Oh.
So North Carolina State found out that there are almost 500,000 people getting SNAP benefits that are getting it from another state also. They're double dipping.
So this is a nationwide survey. There's 500,000 people that are getting SNAP benefits from 2 places.
No, in North Carolina.
Oh, in
North Carolina.
500,000 here.
Yes, that are getting them from somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
Dead people. There are over 200. They said anywhere between 180 and 250 dead people on the rolls. So I did some math. I took the lower number, 450,000 people getting SNAP benefits. That's 157,950,000 of waste. You take 210,000 dead people, that's $73,710,000. That's
a lot of money.
Yeah. Total in fraud in North Carolina is $231,660,000. Now, that is a number that I cannot comprehend. But the way I like to do numbers when they're this big is it would take you counting to 231,660,000 if you counted one every second.
$1 a second.
$1 a second.
Okay.
It would take you 7 years, 4 months, 2 days, and 14 minutes.
If that was your only job.
Or 15 minutes.
No bathroom breaks.
No, and that was all you had to do. $1 a second.
So
it would take you 7 years to count. That's how much money just in North Carolina that the government is wasting.
I mean, the dead people, they're not using it anymore, so who cares?
Somebody's using it. That's my point.
Well, the dead people don't need it.
So when we start talking about cutting taxes and things like that, well, right there, $231,660,000 that we can cut from our taxes. So how about that?
Well, how about them apples, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it is time to get out of here.
Yay.
And I want to thank everyone for joining us today on the live. I appreciated your feedback, and we will see you on Wednesday at 2 p.m.
Yay.
Have a good evening, everybody. See you later.